Today I'm going to be talking about Brivaracetam, which is the generic term for the drug Briviact. Now, Briviact is an anti-seizure medication. It was manufactured to treat epilepsy. Now, it's quite an infantile drug. It was only approved by the FDA in 2016. So I've been on Brivaracetam for 3 months. In the previous video, I discussed that it's possible some of my mental health related conditions over the years have been linked to seizure related activity, which may or may not be a form of epilepsy. So this is what my neurologist and their team are trying to investigate at the moment to see if it is epilepsy. And I also had some irregularities on my EEG test, which is theta activity. And that was intermittent. So basically, those theta waves were occurring in the waking state when they should have been occurring in the sleeping state. So basically, they weren't acting the way they were supposed to be acting or behaving. So it's hypothetical at the moment. I've yet to receive a diagnosis of epilepsy or anything seizure related. But what I can tell you is that I have noticed a difference by being on Brivaracetam. There have been benefits. In terms of emotional regulation, it has really helped. In terms of thinking clearer and I guess having access to more, if that makes sense, whatever percentage of our brains we use, I feel that I have access to more, that I'm retaining more information. And I can access it easier than I have before. I do a lot of writing in my spare time. That's my favorite hobby. And I find that, with the writing, the ideas are just flowing much better than before. That might be unrelated. It might not be. I don't know. So for me, there have been benefits. I'm on 100 milligrams per day. I was worked up to that. It was a very slow titrate. I started off with 25 milligrams and then it, over a month, went up to 100. I think there's a plane flying overhead if you can hear it. Apologies. So in terms of side effects, adverse side effects, there aren't really that many with Brivaracetam. There's definitely nothing insidious or anything to worry about. In the month of that titration period, I did experience some migraines, some depression, some anxiety was elevated. But after that titration, and I was on a steady 100 milligrams, those side effects went away. So as it stands, Brivaracetam is a good fit for me. And it has also I did have some respiratory problems and I did have some problems related to, which may or may not have been sleep apnea. And I did have some lower back pain. Since being on the Brivaracetam, all of those problems have gone away. So that tells me that the Brivaracetam is working. And as it's an anti-seizure medication, it tells me that the problem I presented with could actually be seizure related. I don't know if it's epilepsy. No one knows yet. Like I said, I am awaiting a diagnosis. And as soon as I get one, I will, of course, make a video. This is just my experience. If you want proper advice about this, talk to a professional. Talk to your neurologist or whatever the case may be. I'm not qualified to give advice about this. However, I am allowed to speak about my own experience. It is, of course, subjective to me. But as I said, Brivaracetam seems to be doing something for me. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do hit the subscribe button. It's not for me. It's for the algorithm. The algorithm is a very sensitive and vindictive entity. And if it doesn't get likes and more subscriptions and comments, it gets very upset. So please Don't do it for me. Do it for the algorithm. And if you like micro horror stories, this is for you. Oh, and by the way, there is a preview. So head on over to Amazon, preview the first few pages. If you like what you see,